You can't walk very far in these parts without being greeted with a War Eagle. And boy, do they hope it will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in the home of the Auburn Tigers. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. On the move, it's Young. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Mack. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Bama. And once he got loose, it was all over.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
Coming out with it, it's Wiggins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. They've got it at the 20 on 2nd and 5. Give to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. They're going to stay competitive, and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year. Then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Takes the handoff. It's Hill. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking off. To throw, it's Mack. Fires to the tight end. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the... Running the red zone. It's Green. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Working that left side now. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown tie. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one.
0.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They'll leave it with him. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Complete to start this drive. And the... Coming with bad intentions, they knock him down for a loss. Second down coming up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, that's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Going with the ground game left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll go to the ground. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Looking for a crease. It's Young. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab enough for the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Back to throw, it's Mack. He hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They move the tight end all over. They'll give it to the back. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The give to the tailback. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown will throw it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Number 19, punts it away.
And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, he'll fire. They get to him as he throws. And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover, and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Looking to throw, it's Mack. Shoots it to the left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Well, the upside is you could get a 1st down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's not afraid to go deep. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights. Good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash.
6.
He'll bring it out. It's Fleming. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They'll run the screen. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Auburn sends out the punting unit.
Number 19 in punt formation to kick it away.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff to the single back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Alabama had little trouble the last time they saw the Tigers blowing out Auburn in the Iron Bowl.
Alabama made a statement. They did it from the very opening whistle. They completely dominated the Tigers in all 3 facets of the game.
And the Tigers fans heard about it all year long. You know Bama loves to beat down Auburn in the Iron Bowl and brag about it for a year. Let's see what the Tigers respond with.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass quickly to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. That 1st down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll put the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Running behind that left side. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. Alabama pushing the tempo. They're going to ride this running back. Open space at the 25. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown tie. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Fleming. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll be able to snap it once more before the end of the half. Running back searching for a hole. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wiggins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense time.
He's loose down the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds the tight end. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And the beatdown has ensued. The tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
And Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred. doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all three phases of the game, they've been better.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. Brown wants to pass. Oh, and the ball is wiggled free near their own goal line.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the back. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Running it back, it's Hamilton. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes that Alabama offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Coming out, fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Off the play fake. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Brown will throw it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
And putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defender some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up being plugged in.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, the curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
That's caught. It's Odom. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Bama! And the punishment has been extended. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They go to the ground. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. He's got his man. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Simmons. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Tigers are rolling down the field. Going up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Trying to get to it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. Really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Looking to throw, it's Estes. He'll take a shot. Touchdown tie! And the pummeling has started. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Terrell. He's stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Alabama! And the stomping has commenced. And that might be a dagger. They've pushed the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wiggins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Brown will throw it. Gonna take a shot. Brings it down on the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Tiger. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
How about the quarterback there, buying a little bit of time, a little Houdini act, breaking the tackle, breaking the sack. Maybe now you want him to get his eyes back downfield and try to make a play, but the pressure definitely sped him up and forced the incompletion.
He's looking for a man on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Odom. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They'll try to get it through the air. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. And it's incomplete and the defense holds.
This is so a Jesse call. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the pole.
And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. Brown wants to pass. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Now a fair catch is called for. It may just shy of midfield. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pulls it in inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. Coming out with it, it's Wiggins.
Returner is tackled down at the 15. And your Auburn Tigers.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He'll start this drive firing. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on second and long from the 8. Brown will throw it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown, Bama! The defense with the scoop and score. They've stretched out this lead, and they're starting to smell their 11th win of the year. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Jacksonville State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. He's looking to throw.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Getting some heat. It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. A first down for the offense. Brown wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Brown will throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the 10. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense set on 1st down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Escapes trouble. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. Afterburners coming. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They're trying to get to him. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw. It's Estes. Gonna let it fly. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up.